Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along of Arsenal women versus Aston Villa women in the Women's League Cup semi-final. This is the first semi-final and the second semi-finals tomorrow night. But tonight we find out who will be the first out of the two teams to reach the final that takes place at the end of the month on Easter Sunday at Molineux, the home of Wolverhampton Wanderers. So we're about to get going. Arsenal, the home team, hosting Aston Villa at Meadow Park in Boreham Wood. Aston Villa, the visitors. Arsenal hoping to reach the final after they won the tournament last year, so they're hoping to defend it in the final against either Chelsea or Manchester City, while Aston Villa have actually, they've never actually reached a major final, so this would be quite an upset if they are to win this tonight. And if you've actually been on our Twitter, you'll actually notice on our Let's Talk Sport Twitter. If you don't follow it, do so. Let's Talk Sport 12. That's what you want to put in on Twitter to find us. Give us a follow, and we put in some pre-match stuff on there. But the game has just begun. First half is underway. So anyway, do get in touch on our live chat page. We'll read out your messages when we can. And of course, we'll check out the poll from time to time. And at the moment, it is Arsenal who, as expected, are the fans' favourites to win the match at 86%. Villa are at 14%. We've got a few messages in already. Liam Mahoney, hello Liam, says Arsenal will win. Arsenal in the Premier League are in extraordinary form. This is the women's match, so unless you're meaning Women's Super League, hang on, already Arsenal are going straight for it. Oh, it goes across the face. They've already hit the post. And it's Alicia Russo, who I think is their top goal scorer this season. Her first season, of course, at Arsenal since joining from Manchester United last summer. But yes, won't be an easy game for Villa straight away. They're having to deal with that early attack, which ended up with the ball striking the post. Joe has got in touch. I think that's Joe Crosland. He says Villa have made a huge mistake with their goalkeeper selection. Not even watching anymore. Yeah, I know what you mean. That means there's no Daphne Don Van Slaar, who normally plays in goal for Villa, but since this is a cup game, normally you do see the second goalkeeper get some minutes out there. It is an elite who is there tonight. But yes, do get in touch. We've got a live video print as well on the bottom right corner of your screen. I must admit, I forgot to do a bet builder tonight. Should I do one, folks? But I must admit, my prediction is Arsenal to win this quite comfortably. I'm thinking 3-0, to be honest. Villa are a respectable team. They had a terrible start to the season in the league, but they have slowly picked themselves up. Oh, hello, Pablo. Pablo saying, can you hear us in the North Bank, Jamie? I have a feeling that's Sam Hanlon who's getting in touch. If it is, hello, Sam. I think his YouTube name is Pablo. I can certainly hear some good noise at Meadow Park, as it normally is with any Arsenal women supporters. It's probably a crime that you guys are playing at Meadow Park these days, to be honest with you, because it should be if not at the Emirates every game, then it should be it should be at least a bigger stadium, because Arsenal are always filling up Meadow Park quite comfortably now. And just think about the ticket match day revenue they could make if they just had more seats available. And let's not forget, this is a non-league football ground normally with Boreham Wood when the men's team play here. Right. But I probably can hear you, Sam. I can hear some sort of crowd, but as always, whenever you go see Arsenal, they do bring a good situation. Mr. Thomas09 saying, "Hi Jamie, this isn't high profile sport for viewing figures." Thoughts? What do you mean? Do you mean, are you talking about me picking this to cover, or anyway, Arsenal going straight for it, or ended up being Rachel Daly intercepting? Actually, I was in a bit of a rush to make this watch along. I planned this all day to do this stream, and I nearly missed the start of the game. That was good timing. Oh, there's Russo. Now with Lehman. Lehman, a big star in football, but quite frankly, I don't think she's as good as what you might think. Do. I'm not sure what your question still means, though, Mr. Thomas. I mean, I enjoy watching women's football, so that's pretty much why I'm doing a watch along. Be interested to see how they can do this today. Let's go through the starting lineup, shall we? Got it on completely the wrong thing. I shouldn't even been showing that. Oh, great. There we go. Okay, now it decides to do that. Right. Okay. Let me just stretch that out. Oh, and my face is... I've not been well prepared for this, have I? Ah, there we go. So, as you can see, Zinsberger's in goal. Back four of Katie McCabe, Leah Williamson, Lottie Ruben-Moy, Stephanie Catley. Quite a strong, solid back line, if you ask me. There's also Cooney Cross, Leah Walty, Beth Mead, Manham, Blackstenius, and Russo. So yeah, that's the lineup there for Aston Villa. For Arsenal. Aston Villa front three is quite strong. You've got Kirsty Hansen on the left, Rachel Daly in the middle, who is their top goal scorer, which is no surprise. She was top goal scorer last season. She was top Women's Super League goal scorer last season as well. Alicia Lehman on the right. Then you've got Kenza Daly on the far left, Rachel Causey in the middle, Jordan Nobbs out on the right, a former Arsenal player herself. Mayumi Pakeko on the left back role, Danielle Turner in central back role, Anna Patton on the right centre back role, and then Sarah Mailing, the right back, and as mentioned before, Anna Leet, the goalkeeper. Arsenal's bench, this is what it looks like. So, I love how they put Jonas Eidevall there. It's like, for a moment I was thinking, Eidevall's available as a bench player? Oh, okay. Even though he's a male, not a female. But yeah, Kim Little and Caitlin Ford, two very experienced players on the bench right there. And Palova. But yeah, Kim Little, Caitlin Ford's actually one of 3 Arsenal players to have created the most opportunities, actually. I've got this. It's up on the Let's Talk Sport 12 Twitter account. So McCabe, along with Ford and Mead, have the most assists against Aston Villa in the head-to-head history. Head-to-head history is very young because they only met for the first time in 2021, I think it was, or 2020. It was when Villa went up from the second tier, which is the Women's Championship. But you've got, so McCabe, Ford, and Mead with the most assists of 3 each. McCabe and Medema have the most goals together of 4 each against Villa. McCabe, there's been a goal! And it's Blackstenius who scores. She's actually the top goal scorer for them in this competition this season with 5. So I think that's, if I've got that correct, I think it's 5 goals. So she should now have 6 goals. But there we have it. We've got our first goal, and straight away, Joe says Blackstenius is so underrated. Yeah, I don't think she's very much in the shadows. I feel in women's football, as in she doesn't get much of a mention any time really. Even for Sweden, no one talks about Blackstenius that much. But there we go. Our first goal of the game goes towards Arsenal on the 9th minute. Let's update that. But she's loving this competition. That's 6 goals for her, if I've got that right. And Joe Crosland, as he would say, and as I would probably say, Daphne would have saved that if she was in goal tonight. I do wonder though, a League Cup semi. I know for Anna Leach, she wouldn't be happy about that, but you know, especially when you've been playing. I think Daphne's only played in one League Cup game, and that was in the previous round. I think when she saved quite a few penalties. But I do wonder if in a semi-final you're up against a team like Arsenal and away from home, should you just maybe just put Daphne on just because of the experience and the fact that she's capable? That's what I would have done. Oh, this could be another one, and there's another one. Oh dear. Is it Blackstenius again? It is. 2 goals in pretty much in 2 minutes. And this time might already be over, folks. We're only 10 minutes in. Oh dear. Poor Villa. I thought it might be a bit tighter of a game, but maybe not. 2-0 to Arsenal. Already onto a hat-trick. Daphne would have saved that. I'm not sure what happened. It's a cross that comes in. The goalkeeper's got to get that covered. You've got to come out and just pick up that ball. No, that shouldn't have gone in, I don't think. I think that should have been... That was avoidable. That one definitely was avoidable. 2-0. Yeah, Joe saying as well, you surely put your best team out. But yeah, that is a bad start for Arsenal. Sorry, for Villa. 2-0, 11 minutes in. Oh dear. You don't want to see a one-sided semi. You just don't. I think I might have to put out a tweet for that. But looks like we might have our player of the match. All she needs is one more goal. What can Villa do then? It's early days. It's still early days. Early goals can be costly. It can motivate your opponents to just go for it. And they've got nothing to lose now, Villa, so go for it. But both times that Arsenal have gone forward, they've scored. It's good to see Leah Williamson back. I've not actually really watched her since she's come back from a ACL injury, but she is back now. And there she is, getting ready to defend a Villa free kick, only for that ball to go directly into the hands of Zinsberger. That was Daly, not Rachel Daly, the other Daly, the one with the I at the end of her surname. That took that free kick. But yeah, Villa just gotta go for it now. They knew they were second favourites going into this, but they've been shown why. But start the rest of the game as though it's 0-0, and you just gotta keep going. Not much other football going on at the moment, as you can see on the video printer. Last updates we've had properly from the scores, unless it needs refreshing. Let me just check. Nope, that is. They don't seem to update the women's results on there. Normally they do, but maybe not the Women's League Cup. Just to confirm, Manham got the assist for the first goal of Blackstenius. Let's just update my Twitter. Oh, there might be another one. No, it's gone out for a corner. It's always annoying trying to get your link of the thing. Let me find that. There we go. Share the link. Boom. But yeah, we'll be doing a watch along tomorrow night as well for the it's the second semi-final, which I can't remember which way around it is. I think it's at Chelsea. So I think Chelsea are hosting the game. So Chelsea against Man City should be a cracker. Man City have been very good this season. More, I thought they were dark horses, but they're more than that now. So they've definitely got an opportunity. Cool. All right, I've put the tweet out. Sorry about that, folks. It's always good to put out a tweet about a goal, especially when it's 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. Oh, is that City tomorrow? Apologies. Yep. Joe's saying it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, well, the Villa situation, definitely. Mr. Thomas 09 saying, put boys under 18s goalkeepers on the... Oh, there's been another one. Manham scored. Oh, dear. This is... I really hoped for a bit more of a competition. This is a semi-final, for goodness sake. Oh, dear, Villa. And like I said, they have had a poor start to the season, and maybe this is just them playing like that again. But the Arsenal fans are loving it. And they've certainly bought tickets just for a guaranteed goal fest, it seems now. So I think it's Manham who scored. There's no way Villa coming back from that. No chance. Because every time Arsenal attack, it looks like they're going to score. That's how badly prepared Aston Villa have been tonight. Three 0. So Manham scoring on the 18th minute. There's your confirmation. I hope I got enough room to put all these goal scorers because it might run out. But Joe says, for fuck's sake, Villa. But yeah, the game being at City, I think City could win it. I think they'll be favourites. And we all remember that City Chelsea game from early in the season where City should have won it, really. And then Chelsea just literally last kick of the game got an equaliser, I think. So I think it ended in a draw from what I can remember. But City just looked good. Me and Joe Crosland went to Old Trafford along with Stuart for the Manchester derby, and City won that, and they just looked. I think that was a statement, that win, and it made you realise that when you look at the quality of players that they've got, they could go places this season. I think the main aim for them, if not the league, then Champions League definitely with that squad. Chelsea, you cannot put a line over them when Emma Hayes is the manager, because they just turn up for her. That's how good of a manager she is. I like to see her as like the Klopp and Guardiola of women's football, because she's so successful in the 10 years or so she's been at Chelsea. It's mad to think though, US women's soccer will be led by Emma Hayes come this summer. And at the moment it is the CONCACAF Gold Cup, but the women's version, they're calling it the W Gold Cup, which it's now into its semi-finals, I believe. I'm not sure when the final is. I'll have to check. I think it might be this Sunday. Let's have a look. That's what this internet share screen is all about. I need to find the bloody button first. There we go. W Gold Cup. I've not checked it. Oh, they're on. Oh, looks like they're on tonight. It looks like. So Brazil versus Mexico at midnight. That could be a good game. Mexico beat USA in the group stages, but both nations still in it. So in a way, it's just a consolation win, maybe, but good for Mexico to get a win against the US in America as well. That's a good win regardless. And then you've got Canada, USA. That you'd think USA will still win it though. Beth Priestley's still the manager there for Canada, who is British. She is a British manager. And so was forgotten his name. He was the manager of the men's national team, but he's gone to an MLS club now. I forgot his name. Oh crap! I'll have to Google it. What I don't know what I'd do without Google, but yeah, Canada USA. So then the final must be Sunday. Oh blimey, it's on late. midnight. Do we do a watch along for it? I'll see how I feel. midnight is a long one, but why not? So in the previous rounds, the quarterfinals, USA beat Colombia 3-0. Lindsay Horan scored. All right, she scored from the penalty spot. Jaden Shaw as well. So they won 3-0 in that. Mexico beat Paraguay 3-2. But come on, Mexico. Win the Gold Cup for me. You do it in the men's normally, do it in the women's. But I think this is the first ever Women's Gold Cup. Free kick for Arsenal. Oh, it's out the crossbar. And it's gone out of play for Villa. It was Katie McCabe, who, as I said before, she loves scoring against Villa, and she nearly added a 5th goal ever to score for goals against Villa. Brazil, though, look at that. Battered Argentina 5-1. Big win, because Argentina were at the last Women's World Cup, so they've got experience. Zenrato Joao scoring 2 of them, including a 90. I love it when someone scores like a 90-plus minute goal when they've pretty much already cemented the win by quite a mile. But I just love a late goal like that, because it's just like, sorry, just thought we'd make it worse for you before we head to the tunnel. And then, what was the other one? Canada beating Costa Rica 1-0. Who's in the Canada team now, then? So you've got Jordan Heitemer, Adriana Leon, who's a Villa player, Jess Fleming, very experienced, Buchanan. Quite the team still. Ashley Lawrence, Chelsea player. Yeah. It's a good team on paper, Canada. Let's have a look at how USA have lined up in their games. I've not watched any of it. Let's look at their last lineup. So Neho in goal is normal. That's no change there. Trinity Rodman, Alex Morgan as your main centre forward. Lindsay Horan in behind her. Shaw on the left. it is a new era for women's US. Sophia Smith on the bench. Becky Sauerbrunn, sorry, she is a great player. She is a great player. I just brilliant experience. Just brilliant experience. Crystal Dunn as well. But yeah, what a team. Where am I going? There we go. Low Grok 1 says London is blue. Well, hopefully you'll join me tomorrow at 7:15 for that game. I think it's a 7:15 kickoff. But yeah, it should be, looking forward to it. It should be a cracking game. It'll be a lot tighter than this one. That is for sure. Funny enough, I just had an email from Katie McGuinness. I thought for a moment it was Katie McCabe. I was like, what's she doing emailing me when she should be out on that pitch? Well, she is, but clearly not paying attention to the game since the team are 3-0 up. I don't know what Villa are going to do here. Actually, we never checked the Villa bench. What's the Villa bench looking like? There isn't really much. You don't really turn to any of them. Where's Daphne? Is she not at least on the bench? Currently not. Of course, no Hannah Hampton there anymore because she moved to Chelsea. That was their main goalkeeper. Hence why they signed Daphne, I think. So that was a weird transfer, though. I didn't get that one. As in, I didn't understand. What I don't get is what I don't understand is why sign Hannah Hampton when you've got two world-class goalkeepers already of Musovic, who, after that Women's World Cup, we all remember what she did for Sweden in that game against USA, and then some. Still doesn't always make the starting lineup for Chelsea because Ann-Katrin Berger's ahead of her. So Hannah Hampton must have just, I don't know what made her think, yeah, okay, money, of course, money talks. But if you're thinking about your career, really? You want to go to Chelsea? And she's gone to Chelsea, maybe because it's Emma Hayes, but now she's joined a club that Emma Hayes is now leaving. So, and has only been able to get a season out of her come the summer. So, don't know. I don't know what. That transfer surprised me, unless when that transfer happened, I honestly thought, is this because maybe Musovic is going? But now Emma Hayes probably won't care because she'll be gone in the summer, but you've now got three very good, I think you've got very good goalkeepers. You know, Hannah Hampton is an England international, so it's not like you got to respect that. Sporting Lisbon 1, Atalanta 1. What was that in? That wasn't in the Champions League, was it? Let's have a look. Europa League. Why are they playing today? Huh. Playing today, they were. Paulinho scoring on the 17th minute to open the scoring on for Sporting Lisbon. And then Gianluca Scamacca equalising on the 39th, but it stayed at 1-0 in the second half. Well, it's all going crap for Villa. Is there a stats page anywhere for this game? Aha! There we go. Shots on target from Arsenal, 3. How many goals did they score? 3. Clinical, 4 shots, 1 corner. For Villa, they've had nothing but just 1 shot, which I don't remember that shot, so it must have not been dangerous. Arsenal with 56% of possession, and Villa with 44%. But yes, London is Brew, says Logrock 1, and we will be doing a watch along tomorrow night as well for that. Let me just double check that it is at 7:15 p.m. Yes, it is at Man City's ground. At they don't call it the Academy Stadium anymore. It is the Shoal. They've just basically put an I in it. They've just put an I in between O and E. I presume it's Spanish or something. I don't know. No idea. 200 million it cost, apparently. That stadium cost it. Nah, that can't cost 200 million. Surely not. Not even that good. I mean, it's a great little ground, but yeah. I forgot to read the other message from Mr. Thomas 09 saying, I heard women are suffering ACL injuries. My daughters play golf a bit safer. Oh, yeah. But I think that's what they're looking into with ACL injuries, where I think it came out this week that the government are trying to put more money into research into boots, because I didn't know this until last summer. I honestly thought there was women had their own boots that, were designed for women's feet. No, apparently not. They actually wear men's boots, which again, again, this is when my knowledge goes way out the window, because my science is crap. I still try and understand how I'm alive. People say it's when a man and a woman do these things. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I was delivered in a basket, and then I just ended up at my parents' house. Well, yeah, surely, yeah. But but yeah, I think. But anyway, I don't know. I'm waffling on again. But I need to get a waffle and just raise it if I'm waffling. Actually, I did order some potato. Again, I'm doing it again. I did get some potato waffles today in the shop, and I look forward to eating them later on my eggs. So yeah, again, I didn't know that about women's feet and boots, and it is cool. Apparently, it is one of the reasons as why ACL injuries are happening. And ACL injuries are going to happen in any format of football, whether it's men's or women's. But we've seen a lot of it in women's, and in a way, poor Leah Williamson. Last April, I think it was, she got injured at a game against Man United. ACL kicked in, and because of that, we lost her. We didn't get her for the World Cup, which she would have been so vital in that World Cup. We still did great, of course. We got to a World Cup final using Millie Bright and Alex Greenwood as your main centre halves, but just having Leah Williamson, even if, because I think Leah Williamson, if fit, would have been starting in that final. But just to have Greenwood or Millie, Greenwood as your backup at least, you can't go wrong. So it is a shame. But hopefully we won't see regular ACL injuries in the future. But again, this sounds like it could take a while to figure all this out. But I just can't believe there's been no female version of boots. Is that the same with trainers? I don't know. I know that my partner Ella wears Nike trainers, but is that also is that actually made for a woman's foot? This is what I mean. My knowledge is, I might have to read more about it because it is interesting. Here come Villa with a cross, finally going on the attack, trying to pick out Daly in the 6-yard box, but her Arsenal defender nearby blocked the cross and let it go behind for a corner. We got more messages. Nathan, hello Nathan, how's it going, my friend? I was talking to Nathan yesterday about the England women's qualifying draw for the Euros. Ain't going to be an easy group. We'll go through that in just a bit. Let's just see what happens in this Villa corner. Only to get headed away. They might go for oh no, they've kicked it back in the air, just lifting it up, hoping something can happen. No. They're trying to use Daly, aren't they, and try and pick her out, but actually got a hat-trick in her. Lehman has penalised, giving away a free kick. She did, she fouled Beth Mead there. To be honest, there wasn't much contact in that. I would have carried on if I was the referee, but that's just the way it is. But yeah, Nathan saying, I was talking to Nathan, and Republic of Ireland is one of the teams, which will be a cracking occasion, whether it's in Dublin or Wembley or whatever. But he was saying Dublin trip, yes, get the Guinnesses in. Should be a good away day, that. Oh, Arsenal trying to get through and behind. But Nathan has said that Sporting Lisbon are playing today because local rivals Benfica are at home in the first leg as well. That makes sense. And of course, when we all know that when it comes to the league format, they make sure that doesn't happen on each weekend. So yeah, of course, UEFA, when they're doing a draw, they Yeah. I don't know why UEFA didn't just even though they drew it out where Benfica were at home first and Sporting Lisbon, why didn't they just go, let's just swap it round and not? But yeah, anyway, doesn't make much of a difference. They put the game on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday. But yeah, if you have just joined us, folks, it's been quite a one-sided game, as you can see on the scoreline. Arsenal 3, Aston Villa 0. And let's check out that what do you call it, group? The qualifying draw. I still need to properly look at it, really. Women's Euro 2025. Wikipedia, as always. Love how the logo is exactly the same as what we had in 2022. Very creative, UEFA. Very creative. But Switzerland next summer should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Should be fun. So let's go to the qualifying. I love it how they've made sure, just to confirm, Switzerland are qualified because they're the hosts. Well, they'll be bloody annoyed if they didn't get it. Where's the qualifying draw? I've skipped ahead here. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Blimey, they're doing it all in one year, aren't they? So starts 3rd of April, and then it ends 8 months later on the exact same date, but this time 3rd of December, 2024. So very busy year ahead for England and the other national teams that are hoping to qualify. Greg Livingstone says hi. Hello, Greg. Hope you're well, mate. Always good to have you on the stream. But trying to find the groups. Right, here we go. So Group A. Wait, is this right? Yeah, no, this is right. So Group A, A1 that is, Netherlands, Italy, Norway, Finland. Interesting. Netherlands, most likely the favourites. Italy are a good team. Norway are okay. They've, despite some of the players that they have, like Graham Hansen and oh crap, what's the name? Hagerberg, and Goro Reeton. On paper, they should do well, but let's not forget what happened at that Women's World Cup. A2, Spain, Denmark, together with Belgium and Czech Republic. Spain, no doubt, world favourites. So, as you can see in each group, the top 2 qualify for the final tournament. And finishing 3rd and 4th, it looks as though you do get into the playoffs at least. So, even if you don't make the top 2, you still have a chance of qualifying. But this is our group. This is the one. Look at this. France, England, Sweden, Republic of Ireland. It won't be easy. I think England will be okay, but it won't be easy. France are hit and miss. You don't know what you're going to get. Sweden, very experienced team, but again, I think England can beat them. Republic of Ireland, I think we're way ahead of Republic of Ireland in terms of competitiveness, but they've just had a World Cup, haven't they? So they're getting there, Republic of Ireland. Give them a few more years and maybe more investment, they could be a very good nation. And then the final group in the A League, Germany, Austria, Iceland, and Poland. So very interesting, this. And then you got your League B, which if you win a group in B, it looks as though... So you do qualify for the tournament. Oh no, sorry, that's Switzerland. I'm reading that wrong. Ah, okay. Blimey, there's a lot of playoff spots. Is this right? Blimey. So actually, how many automatic spots are we talking here? 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 8 along with Switzerland. So that's 9, and it's still a... Is it still a 16-team tournament? Let's just check. Yeah, 16. So it's very tight. At least it's better than the Olympics, which was 12. I think it's 12. So you've got 8, and then add the one for the host. So that's 9. And then you got the playoffs, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, 8. Wait. Oh, there's another goal. Hang on, I've been distracted from my mathematics humiliation. There's been another goal. And it's scored by Arsenal again. Is that a hat-trick? Is it Blackstenius again? I think she's got a hat-trick, folks. The way I'm seeing the place around her. Yeah, a hat-trick for Blackstenius. What a night she's having. I think that was on the 40th minute. That's what I'm putting. So 4-0. And I think it was a header. Yep. Blackstenius with the goal, the hat-trick it is. Oh, they're saying it's 39th minute. Excuse me. It only took 30 minutes. It took her 30 minutes to get a hat-trick. Well, what a time to be alive for Blackstenius. But this is going to be a long second half for Villa at this rate. There's 4 minutes to go till half time, and they'll just want to go into that change room and leave. So 3 minutes to go. I'm just trying to find a good photo to use to tweet. It's all right. I'll leave that. Boom. So, hat-trick for Blackstenius. That's pretty much the headline for that first half. But it's such a shame, you know, when it's a cup semi-final, you want to see more than more. You want to just see more competitiveness. But I think we're going to be getting that tomorrow night when Chelsea visit Manchester City. A real shame. Here's a thought. Rachel Daly. Great, just a great player. You know, very, just a great player all round, isn't she, really? She could defend as well as score goals. Should he, I don't know, I just feel like, I love it how Man United lost Alicia Russo, right, in the summer. Why didn't they look at Rachel Daly? Could they have not persuaded her to go and join them? Because unless Rachel Day's got like a huge contract, or maybe she has her reasonings and she doesn't want to leave the Midlands, maybe. But I do kind of wonder, you know, should should she have? Is that a target for Man United? Could she? I was just thinking. I know I'm a United fan, and I could be sounding biased, but when you think of teams that need a good striker right now, I think they need. I think they need her. They need a player like Rachel Daly. But if she stays put, she stays put. But I don't know. I just feel like at some point Rachel Daly, she's been back at Villa for what? This is her third season back, I think. And obviously she was out at this in the States. I think she was. Who was she playing for? I think it was Houston or something like that. I can't remember. But she had a taste of NWSL, probably the biggest league in women's football. But now WSL, since she's come back, has obviously grown a lot more, and it's becoming very competitive and very respectable. So and she's back in England where she's from. So obviously you can't go wrong going back home if that's what she wanted. I just think that this should be her last season at Villa. I really do. I think she deserves a chance at a bigger club. But that's just my thoughts. She might have it that she likes being in the Midlands. I don't know. Some people are different. Nathan saying it's fair to say Sam is loving life and will be off to Wolves for the final. Yeah, I think we should get him a Wolves shirt. I feel like you should only turn up to Wolves if you got a Wolves shirt. Do you remember that Wolves when they had Doritos on the front of their shirt? What a sponsor! What a shirt! Yeah, I'm not a Wolves fan, but that's the shirt I'd buy straight away. Aston Villa trying to create something. I love how they've put 3 minutes of added time. What's the point? It's 4-0. Normally, when it's so one-sided, including the scoreline, you normally end this. You just normally put in the added time. But Villa just, I don't know. What do you say at half time? I mean, do you just play with pride, or I guess that's the only option. Through to Russo. Oh no, it's Blackstenius, sorry, who had that, but she gave away a free kick. She might have been offside, I think. But yes, Sam I'm sure him and his Arsenal friends will already be looking to buy a ticket. I'd presume the tickets are available now, aren't they? So I remember I was listening to Talk Sport early in the week and they had an advert. They had an advert for they were promoting that tickets were still available for the Continental Tyres Cup final. I would go myself because it's not really that far from me, really. It's quite easy to get to Wolverhampton by train, but I'm actually working on Liverpool beat Brighton that day at Anfield, so kind of gutted because I'd have liked to have gone, but I'm not going to lie, Liverpool beat Brighton should be a cracker, but the final of this League Cup will look good. Arsenal in it already, it looks like. But then to either face Chelsea again, which was the final last year, or Man City, either way, you've got a great lineup of a final. Should be good. Greg asking, any more stream coming soon? Yes, so we'll be doing tomorrow night's League Cup final as well of Chelsea. Sorry, I keep thinking it's Chelsea at home. It's Manchester City that will host Chelsea tomorrow night. And that's the same kickoff time as this game today. So that's 7:15 p.m. So be there or be square. I never really understand that. Be there or be square. I mean, why would I want to be a square? But again, I guess you don't want to be because you want to be there on time and avoid being a square. I've not really thought that through. Oh, Norwich City have scored. Away at Middlesbrough. Ashley Barnes on the 17th minute. And an own goal for Swansea City because Watford's Ryan Andrews gave away the goal to put the Swans ahead in London. But it's half time at Meadow Park. And while very easy game, it's just you could say a big statement from Arsenal. Jonas Eidevall's just having words with his coach, is still in the dugout before I'm sure he'll walk back to the changing room to talk to his teammates. But you couldn't ask for more. A Blackstenius first half hat-trick in the space of 30 minutes. Yep, in the space of 30 minutes, as well as Manham getting a goal to make it 4-0. And they've well, it's pretty much over, isn't it? Don't worry, we'll stay on for the second half. But I think what I'll do is, before we have the second half to begin, I'm going to take a quick halftime break. Don't go anywhere, folks. I'd love to have your company for the second half. So don't go anywhere. Grab yourself a drink, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes. See you in a bit. And we are back. Welcome back to our watch along. Thanks for staying put in what is a very done deal, this game, you could say, and we've still got another half to go, and Aston Villa are making a change. Lehman's gone off for McGill. Surprised about that. I thought they'd keep Lehman on just for the hell of it, but I don't think Arsenal going to make any changes. But if you missed the first half, Blackstenius scoring a hat-trick. She did it in a 30-minute window. And Arsenal at the moment, there she is, Blackstenius, just having a team huddle. And it looks as though some of the Arsenal players are quite cold. They've just come out from the change room. They've clearly come out from the warmth and realised, oh my word, it's cold. But once they get running around the field, they'll be fine. I think that's the horrible thing. I mean, well, no, we love it as well, but the horrible thing of when you go as a football fan is you are sitting in the same spot for at least 2 hours. At least 2 hours. So it's obviously going to be very cold. Footballers, of course, mainly shirt and shorts, and they put their socks up to their knees if they're really cold, but once they get running, it's not too bad, I guess. But the second half has begun. So, kick-off. It looks like Arsenal attacking from left to right, Villa from right to left. But it really is, as I say, this game is a done deal. I think the question is now, how many more goals will Arsenal go for, or will they just sit back and, save their energy for their upcoming games? Let's actually check who they've got coming up next. Arsenal women fixtures. Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like have they got this weekend off? Is it Women's Cup? This is not FA Cup this weekend, is it? They got this weekend off. Not sure why. If anyone does know, do say. They've got Chelsea away a week on Friday, which will be played. Oh, it's at Stamford Bridge. Wow, what a game. 7 p.m. kickoff. I think we might have to do a watch along for that if I'm available. And then they're actually playing Aston Villa again, but away from home at Villa Park, which the 24th, I believe, is a Saturday. No, it's a Sunday. Oh, blimey. It's a 6:45 kickoff. That's a pain, isn't it? But yeah, pain for Arsenal fans going all the way up to the Midlands for a 6:45 kickoff game. Who came up with that time slot? I'm sure it's Sky. I think I know the answer because it's Sky obviously trying to put in a slot for the women's game so it doesn't collide with the Super Sunday lineup of their Premier League matches. But what a pain! 6:45 on a Sunday night. What I remember at the start of November, Brighton hosted Man United as in the Women's Super League at 6:45 on a Sunday night. I mean, what you gotta? Oh, what a pain! Here come Arsenal again. But anyway, yeah. So that's a week on Sunday. No, that's over 2 weeks from now. So that's. Oh, there's been a goal! Arsenal have scored again. I think it's Catley this time. First goal of the second half. And it's Madam who scores. Her second, she's got a brace on. She might get a hat-trick. Oh no, it's been disallowed. Forget that. Let me change that. Offside. Oh well. So not a brace for Madam. She'll have to try again. But it was offside and Villa have got a free kick. Sam Hanlon has got in touch. He says, yes, life is quite good right now. North Bank is bouncing, and finally we got some goals in front of us. Oh, and finally we get some goals in front of us. Right, got you. But yes, I'm sure he'll be buying his ticket for Wolves. It takes place on Easter Sunday. Sunday, March 31st. What the hell? Daly just fell to the ground then with the ball, and she's fine. She's got back up and running again. But just completely foul when trying to start some sort of attack going forward for Villa, but that's just ended out of nowhere. Notice I haven't got the video printer on. Let's go back to the web. So, actually, what is the Women's Super League table looking like? Let's have a look. So, Chelsea and Man City, after 15 games apiece, they still have the same points at 37. Arsenal 3 points behind on 15 games. Man United way down in 4th. Oh, wow, the level of Liverpool. Oh, God, as a United fan, this ain't good. Not good at all. But I think the European spots are normally the top 3. I think. Yeah, normally the top 3. So Man United looking like they're not going to get a chance at trying to qualify for Champions League next season at this rate. They're 9 points behind Arsenal. But it just shows that Arsenal probably can't afford to lose another game in terms of if the other two above them win a game, because there's not many games left. Remember, it's only 22 games that they play in the league, so they've got 7 games left. So yeah, there's not much room for error now. So it's going to be some title race going into the next few weeks. But Arsenal need to beat Chelsea next Friday if they are to. They need to keep it going. So Aston Villa, despite having a bad start to the season, look, 9 defeats for them. They've got the same amount of defeats as Brighton, Everton, and West Ham. But Villa doing okay now. They've made sure they got away from the relegation zone. So it's very tight at the top as always with the Women's Super League. But this is why I sometimes think that maybe if you get it right, a 12-team format can be close. But again, I'm a guy who follows the Scottish Premiership and the Welsh Premier League, and in the past they've been very well dominated by 2 teams that wear the same colours, green and white. The New Saints of Oswald Street, which is in England, so it's not even in Wales, despite them being in the Welsh Premier League. Oh, a sitter there by Blackstenius. She's missed it. They might go for it again. Oh, it's over the crossbar. Is that Catley? Yeah, it was Catley who took that shot with a left boot from outside the penalty area. But yeah, anyway, it's looking good in the league in terms of competitiveness. Bristol City, it looks like they could get relegated. I think 2 go down, don't they? So West Ham and Bristol will go down if it stays like that. But West Ham are only 2 points behind Everton. So yeah, what's the FA Championship looking like? I am watching the game, folks. It's one of those games where when it's so one-sided, it can die off a little bit. Women's Championship table. Sunderland. Oh, maybe they could go up. Looks like they will do at this rate. But they do have 2 games in hand over Palace. So could Palace go up instead, win their 2 games in hand, and they'll go 2 points clear. Southampton, 3rd. Charlton, joint 3rd, you could say. They've got 2 games in hand. But it's quite mixed. You've got a lot of southern teams, 1 northeast team. It is mainly southern teams. Blackburn representing Lancashire, Birmingham City representing the Midlands, and that's it in terms of teams that are probably near me. I live in the northwest. But Villa trying to go for a goal. No, only to be denied. I think that was Leah Williamson that got that last-ditch kick out of the penalty area. Good defending. I need to check the women's football pyramid in England. I need to just remind myself of who's the 3rd tier. Here we go. Oh, I just wanted let's go on images. WSL, Northern Premier Division. Let's have a look. There we go. So Newcastle are looking like they're going to go into the Championship. It looks like I think only 1 team goes up. Wow. Nottingham Forest will have to try another season at this rate because they are miles behind. Oh dear. Yeah, Stoke City women, really Stoke. Mid-table. Oh, hang on, the table's not showing for you lot. There we go. But yeah. AFC Fylde, you probably can't see it that well. Rock bottom with only 3 points after 14 games. So interesting table. Very interesting indeed. Just checking our poll again. Arsenal still favourite 70% to 30%. I might even end that poll soon because I think we all know. I'll tell you what, we'll put in a debate of who you think will join Arsenal in the cup final. Oh, Middlesbrough 2-1 up. I'm sure they went 1-0 down. But now they're 2-1 up in that first half, just before half time. They lost to Stoke. I saw them against Stoke last Saturday at the Bet365. And they lost 2-0 Middlesbrough, so not a good day for Michael Carrick. West Brom as well have done the same. They were 1-0 down. Now they're winning 2-1 away at QPR tonight. Manchester City are, well, they're pretty much through to the last 8, no doubt about it. Nearly an own goal there from Arsenal. Katie McCabe trying to deal with a low ball cross at the face of goal, but luckily for her, the ball ended up just flying over behind the net for a corner. She had to do it, though, because Daly was hovering behind her. Yeah, it is a good cross. And that's why I love low ball crosses, because you just don't know what's going to happen. All right, up FC Copenhagen have got a goal back on the 29th minute. Goals galore in that game after just 29 minutes. But I can't see Copenhagen scoring 3 more goals. Can you lot? And luckily for them, that, well, actually, regardless of the away goal rule, if they did get those 3 goals back and it was 5-5, they'd be leading. But yeah, Man City looking okay to reach the last 8, unless somehow Copenhagen start to do one of the greatest comebacks in recent football. Let's start a new poll. There we go. New poll up on the live chat page. Feel free to vote. We're asking you, who will join Arsenal for the League Cup final? Chelsea, Man City or Chelsea? And we'll be doing a live watch along for that tomorrow night. So do join us for that. It should be fun. Tell you what, if FC Copenhagen somehow get another goal in the next few minutes, only 2 goals behind City, it'd be interesting. Jamie Burgoyne saying Aston Villa have got this. I mean, that's exactly the kind of motivation I'd give to those players if there's any hope left. But they've got to somehow score 4 goals away from home in the next 32 minutes. I like the optimism, though, Burgoyne. It would certainly make a great end to the game if possible. But I'm gutted for Villa. I just thought they'd be more up for it tonight. It's just sadly been outclassed, you could say. Caitlin Ford's having words with one of the Arsenal coaches. She's still wearing training gear and a bib. Will she do a quick warm-up before she goes out and come onto the pitch? As I say, she's one of 3 Arsenal players that have created the most goals against Aston Villa in the last few years. Three goals she's assisted. Burgoyne saying, shame their keeper is crap. Yeah. I mean, that second goal was terrible. The second goal should have been dealt with. It should have been a simple catch on the far post. Should have been dealt with. I think Carla got it wrong, the manager of Villa. She should have just put Daphne on in between the sticks. It's a big game, biggest game of the season so far against a team like Arsenal. I wouldn't have done that. Of course, since this is a women's football stream, I'm off to see. I don't know if you lot have heard about it. It's like a documentary film coming out later this week, called Copper 71, and it's. I don't know much about it. It's just it's. I don't know how you'd put it. I think it's. I don't know if you could say behind the scenes. There is footage from it, but the 1971. In 1971 in Mexico, there was a women's, you could say women's World Cup, but I think they called it like a women's World Championship. It's they kind of call it as a World Cup that's been forgotten, but apparently when the final happened, took place at the Estadio Azteca, which is known for where Mexico men's football play normally. It's also a stadium that is known for hosting the 1970 men's World Cup and also the 1986 men's World Cup. And I think it was also the same venue that Diego Maradona scored the hand of God and one of the greatest goals of all time, the one when he dribbles from the halfway line past all the England players and then scores, which it's some goal. If you've never seen it, then where have you been? Just Google it. Just that goal, that game was famous for 2 goals, and it had to be against England, didn't it? Bastard. What a player, though. But yeah, it's looking at. Again, I don't know how it's not. I don't think it was a FIFA event, but like I read earlier this week that apparently even the England team were told that they wouldn't get support if they went out there, as in they would have to fund it themselves, for flights, accommodation, the kit and stuff, which is appalling. So I don't know much about it, but it looks into what was like a World Cup in 1971. But obviously FIFA would tell you that the first ever World Cup for women was in 1991, which I think took place in China. So, yeah, I'm really intrigued to see this film. It's about an hour and a half. It's only in selected theatres and cinemas. Luckily, I live not far from Chester, and I'm going to go see it on Friday night. I don't know where you lot are all based, but if you're up for seeing a football documentary this weekend in a cinema, I'd recommend that. But I'm looking forward to watching it. Who knows? I might do a live stream review on YouTube. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like. Less than half an hour to go. No signs of Villa trying to at least get a goal back, I don't think. I can't see the last message you've put, Burgoyne, because there's a love heart in the way of it, and I can't move it. You put, will Mystery Inc. let her back after this? Mystery Inc. I feel like I'm missing a joke here. But actually, Aston Villa have won at Meadow Park in the past. Only the once in their 5 visits in total. So they've won once, drawn 1, and lost 3. Bang on, here we go. Villa going for an attack. Only for it to be a corner. But better than nothing. Attack momentum still there. Daphne and Scooby-Doo. Sorry, Burgoyne. That's terrible of me. Very good. Yeah, I've still not got Daphne as my WSL sticker. I'm annoyed at myself. Poor from me. Actually, I've got some. For any of you who do know me well enough, I run my own little business outside of doing YouTube and my full-time job, which is called Shirt Pulling. And actually, I might start doing videos on YouTube of what shirts I've recently bought or recently about to, or that I've just recently been listed, maybe. But Could that be a Let's Talk Sport thing, or should I do another channel? I feel like if I do another channel, that just creates more work. So no, I wouldn't mind doing it on this because it's sport related. But yeah, I've also got a lot of Match Attacks cards that I was going to start listing on the Shirt Pulling eBay account. So keep an eye out for that if you like your Match Attacks cards. It's mainly men's football, but if I get any spares, I'm currently trying to complete the Women's World Cup sticker album. I've started to go on Vinted, and there's a lot of people selling bundles on there for not much, so it's pretty decent. I think someone the other day I got like 100 Women's World Cup stickers, no duplicates apparently, in the description for like £9. I was like, let's buy it because you wouldn't get that many stickers at the normal price of 5 per pack. I think it's like 90p for just a packet of 5 these days. So imagine getting 100 for less than a tenner. Cheaper to complete it if you do it that way. I might even start buying actual packets. You know, I might just think, I could just. Well, actually, that kind of defeats the fun of buying a packet and then learn it and then find out who you get. But here we are. Oh, here come Arsenal. They're looking for a 5th goal. Only just saved. Leak saves it. Not easiest one. Caitlin Ford trying to get an early goal since she's just come on. I wonder how many Villa supporters have turned up for this game tonight. Bit of an awkward fixture. You know, if you're living in the Midlands, you have to travel all the way down to, I think it's south of London where Bournemouth is. No, actually, no, it's east, isn't it? I think it's East London. Bournemouth, I've been to that ground once to see an Arsenal women's game, and it was a Women's Champions League game. I think it was a qualifying. They absolutely battered, I can't remember who they played, but they absolutely battered whoever they played. And it was like 7-0 or something, I can't remember. Medema scored quite a few goals that day. That was when Medema was probably at her best, probably at her peak of her career, when she just kept scoring goals for fun. Doesn't play like that anymore. She's kind of changed how she plays up front, I've noticed. But yeah, I remember going to a midweek evening game at Bournemouth to see an Arsenal women's match with my good mate Carl Fenn. If you're watching, Mr. Carl Fenn, how is Eden Hazard these days? Because he looks just like him. So he's clearly enjoying life, Carl Fenn. He's retired at the age of, 32, and probably spending all his money on stickers and Match Attacks limited edition cards. What? Jamie Burgoyne says, I have a Daphne sticker. What? That's the one sticker I've not got. I need it. It's the one sticker I don't have. Actually, I need to talk to you, Burgoyne. What spares have you got? If you got any spares of any albums, let me know, and I might have spares to swap with you. But the other thing we want to try and do on the channel, folks, is, again, love to get your thoughts. Oh, actually, let's see what this poll's saying. Oh, Chelsea favourites to beat Man City at the moment. If you haven't voted, do so. We put that poll up a few minutes ago, asking you who you think will join Arsenal in the final later this month. Unless someone has to turn this round in the next 23 minutes. Coney Cross just having a shot. It's gone wide at the end there. Half-time scores coming in from the Championship. Cardiff City 1. Huddersfield Town 0. Middlesbrough 2. Norwich City 1. And Watford 0. Swansea City 1. And I'd imagine the next few minutes it will reach half-time between Manchester City and FC Copenhagen in the Champions League. But I'm very jealous that we're going to go a Daphne sticker. But anyway, the one thing I was going to mention was, I've probably already mentioned it on recent streams because it's an idea we're needing to push. But you always think you've got time to do some of these ideas, then you realise that there's not enough days in the week. But we're going to try and do some video game streams on Twitch. I've never used Twitch before, but it's clearly the place to do some of your streamings. We might even start trying to do some streams on this channel, but for Twitch instead on Let's Talk Sport, and just see how it goes, see what the interaction is like on there. Because again, I've never used it, so I can't estimate what would happen. I can't I just don't know what would happen. You don't know till you do these things. It's as simple as that. But yeah, thinking of doing some video game streams. I've picked up a lot of old football games recently, including like This Is Football 2002. Okay, this ain't football, but NBA Live 2001 I found on the PS2. I thought, screw it, why not? See what the gameplay is like. FIFA Street 2, which Burgoyne I know is a big fan of. So I saw that and I thought, yeah, screw it, let's buy that. Few of the FIFAs, few of the PESs. So yeah, looking forward to. I'm thinking of doing a few streams on those games, and maybe who knows, do a campaign with a team on it or something like that. So, I'm excited. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm thinking of doing the streaming in this room. I've got my desk here, got my TV. I've got a little TV on my right here. I haven't actually plugged it in or tried it yet, but I bought it off a mate for a tenner, and it should do the trick. And I've just got to figure out where I'm going to put my console. I've got shelves underneath here, and it might fit in one of them, but I don't know. We'll have to see. It'll be hard to open the disc trays, though, if I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But, you know, I've got the camera here, got the microphone here. It's all set up here. I just need the games console and the capture card to plug in, and should hopefully work on this laptop. And then just stream on Twitch. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. Burgoyne, if you're still watching, how can people find Let's Talk Sport on Twitch? Or are we going to do it all on Let's Talk Games to begin with, maybe? Oh, that's a free ball to Stenios. She's still playing. She'd love a fourth goal, I'm sure. Oh, Catley's cross looked quite dangerous, but nothing out of it. Jamie Burgoyne saying Roller Coaster Tycoon. What a game. I've got one of those handheld games consoles that you can get and play old classic arcade games on it, as well as PS1 and stuff. And I actually have ordered recently on Etsy, someone that puts whatever games you want on an SD card, and it was for like 30 quid for 50 games. So it's all PS1, and one of them was, I'm sure I put Roller Coaster. No, I can't remember now if I put Roller Coaster. I definitely put Theme Hospital. I'm sure I put Theme Hospital. Theme Hospital is a classic, and I'd love to play it now because last time I played it was when I was a kid. You know, Theme Hospital. So I didn't think straight. But I'd like to think now that maybe because in my job I'm in management, so I'd like to think I can manage it better and run a hospital, but we shall see. Villa now playing from the left wing. Oh, long range effort. Yeah, straight to Zinsberger. Jordan Nobbs going for it there. Former Arsenal player. Oh, I'm sure she'd love to just be in an Arsenal shirt tonight just because of how this result is going. Let me just find out if we do have Let's Talk Sport on Twitch. I'm sure we do. I think it's under Let's Talk Sport 12. No, Let's Talk Gaming. That's not us. That's another one that's got 3.3k following. It looks like there isn't a Let's Talk Sport 12, but let's see what Let's Talk Games. There's loads of Let's Talk Games. Well, actually, I say there's loads. There isn't that many. There's probably 4, but 2 of them with no followers. Let's talk about War Games. That's a long name. But anyway. Yes, definitely do some of your Football Manager on it, but going to be fun. I can't find Let's Talk Games or Let's Talk Sport on Twitch. But again, we probably can't find them because there's been no content on those channels, so they're probably just not live until that happens, or discoverable until we do something with it. But yeah, I'll focus on the football. Game's dead. Oh, just as I thought, maybe Copenhagen could have a chance of coming back. They've let Erling Haaland score on the 48th minute, still in the first half. So City in one half have scored 3 goals and continue their winning ways. I've noticed, Real Madrid Leipzig are playing tonight as well, but it's goalless at the Bernabeu. But if it stays as it is, Real Madrid will go through because they're leading on aggregate at 1-0. Let's have a look at the sofa score ratings of this game. Let me just refresh it and then go on the web. Actually, this game page from SofaScore is a minute ahead of me, of my stream, of my match, that is. So, I didn't realise Beth Mead went off. Oh, and Leah Williamson went off. Who came off for them then? Oh, sorry, Caitlin Ford came on and Leah Cadena. I missed that. There's no ratings on them. Maybe they don't do it for these competitions. I'm not sure. But looking very easy at the moment. But yeah, nothing to really... What else are they saying on SofaScore? What else is happening in the world? Man City, Copenhagen. Let's have a look at that. Excuse me. Lineups. So Akanji, Alvarez, and Haaland all getting goals. And Aliou Nossi, I think that is for them. Aliou Nossi, something like that, I'm not sure. Quite a young team, Copenhagen, average age of 24. Oscar Bob, look at that. He's getting a massive... Oh, no, wait. I thought that said 8.8. Now that says 6.8. Ignore me. Alvarez getting the biggest rating for City. He is a good player, Alvarez. He is a very good player. Jordan Larson. What do you call it? Mr. Larson's son. As in Henrik Larsson. Jordan Larson. Apparently his player value is only 2.7. I think United should just sign him and just see what the hell. Let's see what he can do. How old is he? 26. All right, so he's not actually as young as I thought he would be. Who's playing for Real Madrid and Leipzig? I keep missing the lineups button. There we go. So Jude Bellingham playing in a central role as in a centre forward. It looks like Valverde to his right, Vinicius Junior to his left, Toni Kroos behind him, Camavinga. I mean, you just can't go wrong, can you, with that team? You can see why they're looking for a left back in Alphonso Davies, though. Ferland Mendy's okay, but he's no Alphonso Davies. He is my brother from another mother, let's not forget. But they should win tonight. Leipzig, you never know, though. You never know what you're going to get with them. Galaxi's still their goalkeeper. He is, isn't he, at Leipzig? He's been around a while now. Luka Modric on the bench. Yossolu's available. Courtois injured, that's why. David Alaba's injured. I could have sworn he played the other day. He must have recently picked up that injury. I'm trying to fit in some La Liga streams on our channel. I haven't done any yet for a while, but last time we did all right. But it'd be good to do some streams again before the end of the season. Just wondering when our next live commentary will be. I mean, obviously tomorrow night's another watch along, but in terms of live commentaries, probably won't be any MLS this weekend. I'll see how I feel about the Gold Cup final on Sunday, because it's midnight. I might just want to go to bed. Just over 10 minutes to go. Arsenal, a shot there, only to hit one of the Villa players in the head, but she's still on her feet, so no problem. Half time between Queen's Park Rangers and West Brom. QPR 1, West Brom 2. That's another game where West Brom have gone from a goal down to leading 2-1. So I wonder, that must have been a later kickoff, because we've had 3 championship games come in at half time about just over a quarter of an hour ago. So yeah, that must have been a later kickoff. Probably on Sky, since Sky don't show Champions League anymore, so they've got some midweek slots to fill up with the championship. Alicia Russo is coming off. She's getting replaced by Kim Little to get some minutes in, I'd imagine. Yeah, they're not playing this weekend. They're playing again next weekend, Arsenal. Oh, yeah, I understand. But Joe Cousin, he says, sorry, mate, I leave you for a bit, and Bajoin comes in with his nonsense. What a bastard. You haven't missed much, Joe. If you haven't been watching the game, it's just as the scoreline tells you. Very, very two-sided. Very funny. Very one-sided. In all fairness to Villa, at least they've made sure Arsenal haven't gone right in the second half. But again, let's be honest. Look at the Arsenal-Sheffield United game on Monday night. Arsenal probably could have scored more than 6 goals, but there's probably respect to be made. And also, they're just probably wanting to just save their energy for another game when the match they're currently at is all done and dusted. Kate McCabe wants to take a throw, but she's like, where's the ball? Come on. Joe saying, I turned off after the 3rd goal. Don't blame you. But I'm sure tomorrow night will be a lot more competitive. And even if it is another one where someone gets a few goals against the other, it will still be entertaining. But I think that's the next thing in the WSL. You've got your top teams now, haven't you? You've got Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, and a little bit of Man U. I still think Man U aren't consistent enough to be considered that big team yet in terms of success. And they haven't won a trophy since they got promoted from the Championship. But I do think it's trying to then see if you could get the lower league teams to start really competing and making the league even tougher. I think that's what is next needed in the WSL. I don't know how you can really make that happen. You can't really. It's just all about revenue and who's got more money to spend, I'd imagine, on players and facilities, etc. So yeah, it won't be easy. But I'd love to see it a bit more competitive in the bottom half, at least. Seven minutes remaining. I've noticed Ruben Moore actually got an assist for Blackstenius' 3rd goal to obviously create a hat-trick. So who out there is, I don't know, actually, I know it's a bit irrelevant, but we were talking about games before. Anyone excited about Star Wars Battlefront coming out? Oh, Blackstenius. She's just missed. Greg Davies is saying, can't wait next week away to Dublin on a rugby tour and watch Scotland and Ireland. And on Sunday next week, St. Paddy's weekend, 3 days on the piss. Awesome, but never tried Guinness. Whoa, whoa, Greg, if you're going to Dublin, my friend, get on the Guinness. Try it. If you've never tried it, try it in Dublin first, and then have a normal pint of Guinness wherever you're from in Scotland or wherever your local pub is, and you'll really see the difference. And to be honest with you, I could still drink Guinness back here in the UK, but it's never going to be the same taste as an Irish Guinness. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I still got that taste now, and it's been nearly 9 years since I last went. When I say last went, it's the only time I went. But with England having to face Republic of Ireland in the Women's European qualifiers this year, hopefully the game's in Dublin, as I was saying about talking to Nathan earlier, who's been on the live chat. It would be fantastic. Oh dear, that was a terrible shot. It's gone way over the crossbar, and she'll forget that one in a hurry. She'll want to forget that one in a hurry. That is goal kick for Villa. After all that, it was a sitter. Great work by Caitlin Ford, but then the kick and the finish just disappeared. The ball's gone up onto the moon at this rate. But yes, Greg, enjoy Dublin. You'll love it. Dublin's great. Only been there once, but I enjoyed my time. It was my 21st birthday. So, yeah, I can't remember that much. But I think you might know what happened. It got a bit messy. I think that's the other funny thing about cup games like this. When you're 4-0 up, you don't really have anything to fight for if you're leading by that much, because yes, you could try and score more goals. But you don't really gain much. You don't gain anything from it. If this was a league game, you'd go for more to just help your goal difference, because goal difference on the end at the end of the season could be the reason why you win or lose the league. It is mad to have goal difference to determine who wins the league if both teams are still level on points after all their league matches have been played, but that's what it's all about. It's all about being consistent when it comes to a league competition. I'll have to figure out when to do that first video game stream we're going. I need to set it up first and try out the capture card on this laptop, and then if it works, then we're good to go. And then try and set it up in here, I'm thinking. Into the final minute. Remember to vote on the poll if you haven't already. Who you think will join Arsenal in the League Cup final? Man City or Chelsea? Oh, Watford have got a goal back. Wesley Hout. I think Hood. He's not sure. Sounds German. 1-1. Watford. And Manham is coming off. That's her night done. She's had a good game. 1 goal, 1 assist. She'll be delighted with her performance. Leah's come on. How much added time they've given us? They've only given us 2, which is understandable. Sadly, they've just not really seen anything from Villa. I thought maybe there might be at least a consolation goal. Maybe they could just show the magic that they can turn up at least in second halves, but they just, it's been nothing there, sadly. See you tomorrow, Greg. Yeah, see you on the stream tomorrow. I'll be on at 7:15 UK time. That's when the Man City Chelsea game kicks off. Enjoy your evening, Greg. Enjoy your day tomorrow. And enjoy tomorrow evening with me, hopefully. It's a date. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Still thinking where to put my console when I do these streams. Might have to use that table there. Maybe I need to move Solvent, maybe. Oh, Middlesbrough 3-1 up. Lucas Engel on the 62nd minute. 3-1 up at home to Norwich. Carrick will be delighted if it ends like that. It's a response after playing pretty poorly away at Stoke on Saturday. In all fairness to Carla Ward, who's the manager of Villa, she's done a good job. Despite, like I said, the start of the season, the league didn't start off very well. 9 defeats in the league so far this season. Not great, but it looks like they're going to do enough to stay up. But, this is another league. They've never been to a League Cup semis before until tonight. And they're in the Women's FA Cup semi-finals last season. So, just shows she's good at cups at least with Aston Villa as manager. Anyway, the game has come to full time. We knew the outcome, didn't we? Pretty much, even before we reached half time. But all the goals coming in that first half. No goals in this second half, which I guess for Villa, they'll be delighted it wasn't more than 4. But either way, it's a battering. It was all done and dusted before we reached the halfway point. And we now know that at least one team at least that will be in that Continental Cup final at the end of the month. And that is Arsenal. So they better get their tickets booked. I'm sure there'll be plenty of them going to that final in support. But who will join them tomorrow night? Manchester City or Chelsea? We will be here again, same time, same place here on YouTube on Let's Talk Sport. We'll be on at 7:15 for the kickoff. And we will, of course, see who will come out on top. It'll be two powerhouses in women's Super League football right now. The top 2 of the WSL going head to head in what could be, for one of them, their first trophy of the season. So who knows what can happen tomorrow night. I can't wait. It'll be really good. So hopefully you'll join me then. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so that you can find the stream for tomorrow night if you forget the name of this channel, which is Let's Talk Sport. Thank you very much. Let's end that poll and find out. So 60% of you going for a Chelsea win tomorrow night. You reckon that they will join Arsenal for the League Cup final. 40% going for Man City. So pretty tight in our poll as expected, because tomorrow will be a hard one to call. But anyway, before we wrap up, it is a Blackstenius hat-trick from the first half. A hat-trick in 30 minutes that wraps up the game and sends Arsenal to the final. Who will join her and Arsenal at the end of the month. We'll find out tomorrow night. But anyway, we're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your night.